Happy Thursday, everybody. Hello, hello. Golly gee, forgot to fix my hair before I turned on the video. That's always a nice surprise. Oh my goodness. I hope everyone is having a great Friday Eve, because it is Friday Eve. Thank goodness. All right. Here we go. Let me get this shared over to my group real quickly. And this will be awesome. I forgot already what I'm doing. Make yourself at home. Make yourself at home. On our beautiful Aiden framed board. So that is awesome sauce. Now, let's see who's watching with me. Not really watching myself. Looks like Maria is here. Hi, Maria and Shelly and Dawn. And hello, Pam and Bernadette. Anne Marie and Lisa and Serena. Hello. Hi, Melanie Griffith. Okay, so a couple weeks ago, I ordered the big Aidens, the medium Aidens, and I had some small ones. Now, if you don't know what an Aiden board is, they are like the bougiest board we have, if I can say that. They are gorgeously framed, high-end chalk boards with a magnetic, well, because they're metal, so it's porcelain steel coated. The magnetic capabilities, so you can throw a magnet on. For example, the one I have back here, I have this hanging, this little wreath, right on a magnet hook. So I can change this out, this spring. I don't know why it's not standing the way it's supposed to. It's gonna just continue to fall, and I'm gonna crash and everything's gonna fall on me. Goodness. You have to have it. It's the stand that I put it on. It's like funky. So if I just lean it up against the wall, then it doesn't fall. So anyway, it's one of the things I love about these boards. So today, we're going to do something with a twist on these boards. It is National Wine Drinking Day, and I don't have wine in my hand. You know I'll have it tomorrow. I should have wine, darn it. I have water. Hi, Jane. Hi, Marcia. Hi, Brandy. Hello. Gwen from a much warmer Minnesota. Good. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Logan. Oh, my goodness. Hi, Gail. And Joanne Francis and Amy. Hello, hello. And Heidi. Hi, Connie. All right. So, we're going to do something fun and different. And I've never done this before. You know it's going to be a fun night when I say that, because you do. Because you know, oh, Sarah could mess up tonight because she's never done this before. Hi, Tracy Lee. So, let's do this. I'll show you my workspace. I'll pull out this this is the transfer. I'll take it out of the plastic so you can see it better. Well, hello, Sherry Harris. How is it going? We are preparing. I'm supposed to be like self-quarantining so that I can go to Maui and not contract COVID before we fly. Or before I get tested. Not ever, right? But before I get tested. However, we are preparing this weekend to travel to Chicago, Illinois. Well, the suburbs. Because my son has one indoor lacrosse tournament. One that happens to be this weekend before we go to Hawaii. I swear to you, I'm wearing double masks and I will sit like this the entire time. I will not touch anything. Will wash my hands with soap and water for more than 20 seconds. We only have 2 games on Saturday and 2 games on Sunday, and they're short, so I'm hoping we can just... It makes me nervous. I don't want to ruin my flight or ruin my trip. And hello, Carol and Joan and Gloria and Linda from snowy Pennsylvania. Do a project with a circle mask and transfer. Oh, sure. Yes. I have used masks before, but I think I tend to do the square ones, but I will use a circle one. Sure. Hi, Anita and Pamela and Pam Crandall. Okay. So this is the transfer. Make yourself at home. Super cute. And I'm going to add something fun to this board, but here's the part that I've never done before. All right, so here is the board, okay? I'm gonna set this aside because I have this gorgeous, beautiful, framed Aiden board, and I'm going to change the color of the frame. I'm not gonna leave it white. I'm sticking with the theme this week, which is eucalyptus. And we are, I have a confession to make. Number 1 is that eucalyptus is just enough green and just enough blue to where it's like my favorite color. It's like this color right here. I know in my video this looks a little darker than it really is. This really is. Actually, in the video it looks blue. It's not. It's like a eucalyptus color. And I feel like it's one of the most calming, soothing colors. I love it very much. And it's, even though it is a color, I feel like it is a neutral. So that's why we're going with this. And it's just enough green to where it's green and could even be used in St. Patrick's Day stuff, right? If you want it to look green, it was attached to my head. Hair sticking to my lips. Oh my goodness. Sing happy birthday twice, and that'll be good for washing your hands. Yes, Heidi, yes, I do know that. We used to teach that in school. Playing with fire. I know. I did joke that I will sit in the hotel room by myself and not go, but then that's a bad mom because I'm sending my husband and my child, and if either one of them get it, I'm doomed because I will be quarantining. Yeah, Illinois is the same as like Michigan. Well, is a little worse. Hi, Pat. Long time no see. Yay, Carol. My arm is a little sore. I got that vaccine. Can't even talk. I got that vaccine yesterday. Actually, it did not hurt at all. In fact, I was sitting there and she's like, do you want me to count down or you just want me to poke you? And I'm like, just poke me, don't tell me. And all of a sudden she was like, all right, there's no blood. I'm like, literally did not feel the needle go in. Like nothing. I like didn't hardly even feel her hand by my skin. It was so weird. Didn't feel it at all. And I'm like, that was easy. Didn't hurt. Sleeping in the middle of the night. All of a sudden I'm like, oh, why does my arm hurt? So it's a little sore right there. Just that muscle's a little sore. But no biggie, nothing. And I have no symptoms or side effects other than sore arm. I know that if people do get side effects, it's usually with that second shot. That will be after I come back from Maui. Yay, Melanie, you made it. Hi, Deanna. Hi, Tony. It will not ruin the frame. I'm going to sneeze. Hold, please. So sorry. I just felt it coming on. I was like, I am going to sneeze. Hi, Vanessa. The first vaccine on my arm was sore. Yeah. Yep. Same. Yeah, the second one will kick your tush. All right. Okay, so we're going to figure that out. We're going to figure that out later, and hopefully all is well with the world. Okay. Now, we are not going to ruin the frame. We're going to paint the frame. We're going to change it. But we're not ruining it. Okay, so this frame is kind of a distress painted look. And I am going to carefully paint the frame. And we're going to kind of do a light washed look so that it's fairly distressed as well, because I'm not going to worry about, I probably need more water in here. Now I'm going to have the sniffles. Sorry. Okay. So, previously to me coming live, I painted the edge. I knew that I didn't want to like take 2 years to paint this whole thing, so I painted the edge. And then if I get any, oh, you know what I didn't do? It's okay, I will show you in a minute. But what I didn't do is I always prime these chalkboards, and I'm going to show you how to do it. And I don't know, some people call it one thing. I call it priming or seasoning. But don't confuse that with, because we just season the board with chalk. I'm just going to make sure on my edge that I don't have any runs. Okay. I need to come out of, hold please. You don't need to witness this. Okay, now I should be good to go. Sneezing is not my friend. I hate allergies so much. All right, so we are just going to keep on painting with our chalk paste. So this is not paint. I hope you guys saw that I grabbed chalk and added water and made it into a thin, almost like a watercolor paint. And I just kind of want to get all, and then I'm going to go along and erase any marks that I have on the board. And just try to even this out. So it's kind of a nice springy color that also is just pretty. Okay. If I'm just going over this, it's just to like figure out the brush strokes. Okay. So we have this. Now I know that there are some parts on camera that look really light, but I'm telling you, in real life, they aren't. They aren't. It's just where the light is kind of showing. All right, now I am going to take a little, I think this is the easiest way. I'm going to take a wipe and just kind of wash off the chalk. And I guess we'll have to move that around every time I pick up the green. Get a new clean side. And just keep going around and kind of cleaning up the edge there where I got it onto the actual black part of the board. I need to rotate my board. Oh my gosh. So I've seen people paint the boards different colors. I've seen them do teal. Teal is a very popular color to have them do. But so this is just a lighter shade of green. And I am going to dry it and clean up any edges that look like it could have dripped. And I think I just put my fingerprints up here. So we are going to I probably should dry that before I can always wash it off the chalkboard. But if I keep painting over wet stuff, it just moves it. You know, it's like watercolor. Hi, Kathy Kippen. Hi, Barbie. Yay! Oh, Texas, I can't imagine. Thanks, Lisa. I do too. It's a very pretty spring color. It's going to look really good when I actually get the chalking done on here. Now, if I wanted to do a darker, like if I want to do another shade, I could go over this after it's dry and kind of darken it up. Even if you just want to do a little bit darker in the corners and kind of like feather it out. That's kind of cool. And then dry it. This is I think this is my wettest corner. How many of you guys have this sort of a board at home? This is what our whole company was founded on. These boards, 100%. They were the first boards that we ever used. We had decorative magnets and I got paint all over. Not paint, paste. But, so we've been playing with these for a long time. And because of the quality of these boards, they have an amazing, honestly, an amazing lifetime of use. You can wash and reuse this board over and over and over because it is that porcelain coated steel. So these are the boards that you use and wash and reuse. You use and wash and reuse and use and wash and reuse. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I need to clean up this little tiny bit right there. I'm going to show you how to season this. But before I do, I have a bunch of chalk speckles that I already got on here. So I'm just kind of cleaning them off. And then we will dry this quickly. And I'll hit it with a little bit of this, and we're going to season it, and I'll show you how to do that. This is a 12 by 18 Aiden. Oh, the ornate ones were amazing. I have 3 or 4 of the ornate ones. My, let me see if I can show you. Can you see the teal one on my wall? That is a giant one. That's 2 feet by 3 feet. And I have 2 of those. One of them is up in my kitchen and one of them is down here by my work area. Those are amazing. Now, we're going to season this with some plain old school chalk. You guys cannot see what I'm doing. With some plain old school chalk. So you take it like this and you just, I'm sorry if there's any like squeaking. You just cover the whole thing with school chalk. Okay. So that's really all you do. And then you basically erase it. You wash it off. I'm going to erase it. I don't have like a chalkboard eraser, but I'm going to use a dry paper towel, and I'm literally spreading the chalk even more onto the board, a little more evenly. This usually helps with any ghosting that could happen from the chalk. Hi, Colleen from Idaho. Thank you, Connie. Yay, Kathy. Yes. So you season, so like I was saying, the reason why you season it is you want it to be reusable, and every porcelain steel board can have a little bit of ghosting with chalk. So you might notice this on actual school chalkboards. For example, the ones where you write and you erase it, but you still can see the shadow of the letter. That's called ghosting. So we are just helping to promote less ghosting. If you never seasoned your chalk, oh, I just washed that away. If you never seasoned your chalkboard, it is not the end of the world. Please know that it's not the end of the world. I got a little carried away. I'm going to have to fix it after I dry this off. Water will wash chalk away. We do know that, right? So that is what I did on this frame. All right. I am going to repaint this A little bit. Okay. Get a little bit of that over there. Okay. Back to looking good. And I'm going to use my this cloth again. To make it look good, to dry this. Apparently, with my board eraser, I got it wet, and then I erased the board and erased the chalk. Okay. Now, there is one other thing that you have to be careful, and that is fuzzing your transfer. This is like glass. If you've ever chalked on glass, your transfer is going to stick. This is a non-porous surface. Your transfer is going to stick like nobody's business. The board is magnetic, Kathy, yes. Christina, I never really thought about it, but as you can see, I washed it off, so it is just chalk. And you probably could wash it right off and change the color. So, I'm gonna set this aside so that I can prepare my transfer. I can't spell today. Ha 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 ha, I did. You do not need to re-season it ever. You only do that once. You only do it one time. Okay. Sticky. Now, I'm going to take my fuzzing cloth and really fuzz just kind of gotta lay it there. And you don't want to do this. You don't want to stick it to itself. But if you do stick it to itself, make sure it's a place where it doesn't have any of the screen. All right, so 3 good times should do it. I'm gonna test it. All right, it popped up. Just gonna raise it up a little. Use your hands and your fingers only to press down only where you have screen. You don't need to press all that down. Now, I'm going to use my angled squeegee and I'm going to put the chalk there, and I'm just going to use my angled squeegee and kind of move it everywhere I need to. I put plenty down, so I can probably do the whole board with whatever I have out here. Let's see. All right, I got it. Let's make it smooth. Looks like there's a little bubble there. Oh, I hope not. You do have to hold this down, and you do want to lift up, so it's taking force to lift this up. Straight up, never pull it sideways like this. You will roll your transfer. You want to pull it straight up as much as you possibly can. Awesome, awesome. Okay, so this is going to get washed real quickly in my water. And that actually worked really well. Just gotta do the dishes over here. That's what it's like. And then once it's completely washed, it's harder to do a bit, you know, the bigger the transfer, the more time it takes. So it's pretty quick, but at the same time, it probably feels like it's taking longer because I'm on camera, but really I'm off camera cleaning my transfer. Alrighty. Lovely. All right, so now we're gonna dry this so I don't screw it up or anything. Yay, Melanie! Always looking to inspire people. Good evening, Rosemary. On this particular board, I really wouldn't worry about making it permanent. I'll tell you, I have a chalkboard like this upstairs. It's been upstairs since the fall of 2017. Do the math. Over 3 years. And it's been in my entryway for 3 years, and not once did I ever fear the chalk coming off. Let me tell you another thing. My calendar in my kitchen, which I wash off the dates and the month and the stuff every month, has been up for a year, over a year, and it's not sealed. I put the calendar up with chalk paste and I write with a chalk marker and I erase it. I have rubbed over that chalk multiple times and it is still up. You actually have to physically remove this chalk paste from this board. It's not as delicate as you think, but if you feel like you need to seal it, that means you're going to make the entire board permanent and there's no going back. You know what I'm saying? And your chalkboard will lose its like chalkboard look. It will get, you know, you can get a matte sealant, but there's still something. I did one of the first projects I ever did for somebody. I did a huge 18 by 24 board, and it was all custom. I had to do letter by letter, and it was huge. It's a 2-foot board, and I did letter by letter sayings, a saying, and it was completely for a customer, and I did spray it because she wanted it permanent. And so I found a matte spray, and it looks pretty, and it looks good. Okay, so I'm just cleaning up some of my mess. When it dries, sometimes you can start to see, oh, I've got a little streak here, a streak there. But for the most part, that's the charm of a chalkboard, the old charm. So now let's add something fun. And I'm thinking along the lines of creating a little, like a eucalyptus, dudes, I mean, I can't stop saying dude, I'm sorry, but I'm going to create something. I'm probably going to trim those down, and I'm going to grab these two because they're right here. But I think oh, and this one is right here. And maybe that's all I want. Okay, so if I scooch this a little bit, I'm going to make a ribbon with this. And I know I have, all right, so let me see, 1, 2. So what I'm doing is I'm folding this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it looks like I will have 2. That might be too big. Let's do it a little smaller, and then you'll see what I'm going to do. So I'm going to fold it over. That's a little better. So I have 2 over there, and okay. So we're going to have 2 like that, and I'm going to trim this. So I just have 2 loops over here and 2 loops over there. And I'm just going to set that there. This will be left over at the end. And then I think we'll do this one. I've got a couple, but I think this one. Let me show you this one. It's really pretty. It kind of, this is kind of a bluish. It looks more blue in camera than actually in real life. I'm trying to see if I have the same thing, but in a greenish. A little more greenish. I don't. Let me see. Maybe I could use it in the white. Well, let's look at what this looks like up against everything and see if it's okay. This is how I pick out colors. It's a little bluish. So let me see. I might go with a white instead, but I have to move over here. Oh, this might work. I'll grab this though. And then we could also look at this. All right, I'm gonna give you a couple choices. I'm gonna take away the blue, and I'm gonna throw out the option of this one that has no burlap, this one with the white, or this one that has no burlap. So this is A for the white. Gail, yes, I painted it with chalk paste, so you can remove it, I think. A, B, C. I'm only doing 2 colors. I know that's not normal for me, but what do you think would look best with my burlap? The burlap and the white, because everything is green, right? So pulling in the white probably would be fine. This one with a off-white and a eucalyptus color, so it's A is white, B is middle, and C is only eucalyptus, which means the only different color will be the burlap. Whoa, y'all are doing it. I was like, B, so many B's, couple C's. It looks just by looking. It looks like most people did B's. There are a few C's. And then someone said no burlap at all. Okay. Roxanne said B, so we're going to have to go with B. My favorite store, Tony, for ribbon is a tie. It's either Joann Fabric or Michaels. And they usually have some bigger bulk. Well, I like to get a bigger roll. So they usually have some bigger rolls. And they usually have good sales. Those 2 places are the best. So if I were sitting here all alone doing this, I probably would pick A all by myself. If I was just showing you what I was going to do. Because it will be a double bow like this. And these will go together. And then they will go here and they'll fan out and they'll be here. And it would just kind of lighten it up. This one, oh gosh, all my pins. I better put them up here. This one will probably be just fine, and it will just tie in a little bit of that color and it will brighten it up. This one would just tie in the color, so we're gonna go with B. Yes. So we're gonna go with B, because I do believe they won the vote, and I like the look I'm getting from it. It's not the bright white, but it's still a little bit lighter. And we're gonna go a little bit smaller than what we have here so that it sticks out a little less, but two full. And then I'm going to trim this. Oh, I shouldn't have cut that. That had wire. I didn't think it was wired. And now we're going to, I'm going to grab a zip tie. Oh, look, I have one right here. But I'm going to pinch this together I'm going to need a big zip tie for this one, I think. I thought maybe a little one would be okay, but we're going to go for the Big Daddy. And I try to pinch it together in the center. And I'm going to try to zip it. I mean, you could use rubber bands. You could use all sorts of things. But zip ties are easy too. And just keep adjusting it to be in the middle, because mine always tend to move when I'm zipping it, you know? Just keep checking. Make sure it's centered. It kind of ends up looking like a bow tie when you get it nice and taut. Okay. And then we're going to trim off that plastic. So I just have the nice little bow tie kind of thing, right like this. And then I'm going to take this and kind of fold it in half, wrap it around, and I'm going to tie it so that it's hanging out the bottom. So it might be hard to show you, because I'm trying not to hurt myself with that cut zip tie in the back. Now we just need to use your hands to tighten it and then pull. There we go. So this is what this bow is going to look like almost when we're done. But we got to pull these little guys out. So I have 2 loops on each type of bow, each fabric, pulling one down and one up so that they each kind of can pop out and be seen. Pulling one down and one up. I'll do my best to get this all the way. I did make it pretty small, so in my defense, I am working hard with that fabric. Okay, now same thing with the burlap behind. I'm going to pull one down and one up and try to really like fluff it. I know it looks like I'm trying to, I don't know what it looks like I'm doing. I'm sure there's something funny to say about whatever I'm doing. But I'm just making this little bow. Probably the bigger you make these, the easier it is to fluff it out. But I'm a glutton for punishment, which means it doesn't really matter what I think. Now, so we have this bow here. These little doodads are going to get trimmed. These are going to get trimmed. So let me find my wire cutters. Oh, if I were a wire cutter, where would I be? Okay. I am going to trim it pretty short. Same with this one. We're going to do a little hot gluing, not to the board, but to each other and to this. So we're going to make, well, I got to get this. I guess that's the right way. These twist. You can have them all facing the right way. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna hot glue these together, and then we're going to hot glue this to a magnet, and then we will attach it to the actual board here. That's why I kind of raised it up a little. Okay, so let's gather this hot glue gun and attempt to put our thing together. So I'm gluing it kind of on the inside. I need a helping tool to put that in there so I don't burn myself. Just kind of use a squeegee because that glue comes right off of a squeegee. So there's one that's in there. I'm going to do this one next. I'm just gluing it right to that burlap. Hi, Beth. Thank you. I wish your notifications worked as well. I'm sorry. It's something that, all right, so now I think these little things, I think I'm gonna dovetail them. They've got, no, there's no wire in that. So I can use my good scissors. And there is wire. I saw it. I didn't think there was. And I'm going to trim it like so. I'm gonna make sure I have like the same size and angle on both of them. So I lined those up and cut them, and then you open it up and you can see it has that dovetail look. All right, so now we're gonna get a magnet, and I have an awful lot of magnets here. I think because this is kind of a lot, I'm gonna get one of the large extra strength magnets. I just kind of have magnets around. This one's pretty big and strong. It will definitely stick. Oh. So I got it. Okay. It definitely will stick to the board, and it will definitely stick back here, and then it will definitely stick. So we're just going to hot glue this puppy to our concoction that we have over here. Whew. When I say hot glue, it really is hot glue. And we'll get that right on there. And also, when you're gluing something like this that's 3D, you want to make sure that the magnet is big enough that it will stick out from the object enough to stick to the board. So let's get this going. All right. All right, I think, oh, look at that. That looks really cool. Now, you can change the placement of where you want it. I'm going to kind of put it down towards the bottom. All right, so let me get some of this cleaned up. Before I show you in all of its glory all of the things that we did tonight, with your help, of course. It's definitely been a eucalyptus kind of a week. Thank you, Deanna. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so let me go through really quick. Oh, I dropped some water on this. I'm gonna carefully soak that up with my towel. Okay. You can see below. If you haven't joined my club, please type club in the bottom in your comments, and I will send you I'll show you guys what this looks like in a second. I will send you the link to learn about what our subscription club is and how you can become a preferred customer. I would love for you to get into my free group. All you have to do is type add me in the comments, and I'll send you a link that you can join. It is a free Facebook crafting group. You'll get more ideas, inspiration, and insider information. And finally, if you would like more information about becoming a designer like me, I've got all the information. Just type team in the comments, and I'll send you a link so you can watch a video that tells you all about it. Yay, Cindy, yay. All right, you guys, what do you think? All in its glory. I will Vanna it. Now, I do think in my mind that the color on the frame will wash off if we wanted to. I can leave this up for a while, and later in life, I can wash it off on camera so you guys can see if it actually washes off. But for the meantime, I feel like it's a March kind of a project. It's got that green feel without being overtly St. Patrick's Day, you know what I'm saying? But it has that green March feel. So yeah, so what do you think? Thank you. Thank you. Awesome. Well, that's all I got. And remember, this is removable. So all you have to do is make some really cool things like this. The other thing I was going to tell you is if we used the white, like the very neutral, you could reuse this particular piece on almost any project, right? Because it's neutral. So the more things you make that are reusable, the cooler your decor closet can be, right? Wherever you keep, or your decor shelf, I don't know. Or you just use one board, you make something, you can change out what you want all the time. Right, bud? Right. I'm like, just say right. Good night. I love you.
Good night.
Mwah. You got everything packed?
Yeah, my suitcase. I did my homework.
Okay. All right, you guys.
Practice.
What?
I went to wrestling practice at 8. And I'm going to bed, so I think I need to.
All right. Good night. I'll see you in the morning.
Mom, Susie wants pictures of lacrosse.
Of course. Not basketball, though. So you guys, I hope you're following me on Facebook and you're subscribed to my channel on YouTube. If not, get that little bell on YouTube and subscribe. That way you do get notifications when I go live. All right. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Tomorrow's Wine Friday. I do have to tell you, there is a chance, can I be honest? There is a chance that I will be going live earlier than 2 p.m. because I have an appointment. And so I was debating, should I make a video or just go live earlier? And so my appointment time is at 11 a.m. I should be fine for my 2 o'clock live. I'm going to need wine. When you see me tomorrow, you'll know why I'm going to need wine. Okay, so let's plan on it. 2 o'clock tomorrow, wine, and we can all make fun of Sarah tomorrow. Okay, all right. Have a good night. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.